Hi, this is Ingvar, and yeah, before going on to the video, I just want to warn you, if you hear some background noise like explosions, don't worry, I'm not in a war zone. It's just that the Christmas holiday season is officially ending, and for some reason in Iceland we blow things up. No, we don't blow them. We have some fireworks, so you might hear some, but let's hope the fireworks stay on the board, because we're going to look at a game between Tycho Dijkhuis from the Netherlands and Dmitrijs Tokranovs, who is from Latvia. And this is played in a youth tournament which is being held now in Iceland. So both of these players are around the age of 20, and they both have a rating around 2400, so quite strong players. So Dijkhuis had white, and he opened with e4, and his opponent went with e5. Now we see the romantic King's Gambit. Everyone likes the King's Gambit. E takes f4, and now bishop c4. I remember Simon Williams showing me this line. He thinks it's quite an interesting line, and you can find some games with Simon in the database. But here we see black play the most popular move, knight f6, knight c3, protecting the pawn on e4, c6 by black. He wants to challenge the center with d5, d4 by white, and bishop b4. So before going with d5, black pins this knight and has ideas of taking on e4 now. So white plays e5, questions the knight, and after knight to e4, he unpins with king f1. And this has actually all been played before. Several games by Heikki Westerinen, the Finnish grandmaster. And here black has a choice. He can take with the knight or with the bishop on c3. It seems that taking should be the best option, since we we played our bishop to b4 and our knight is currently hanging. So the best way to resolve that is to take on c3. Tokranovs decided to take with the bishop. Oh, stop blowing things up! Come on, stupid Icelanders. Wait a minute, I'm Icelandic. Okay. He could have taken with the knight as well. And after b takes, bishop takes, and rook b1, black should be better with an extra pawn. He should be able to castle. But on the other hand, white will have some attacking play. He can take this pawn on f4, develop the knight. Maybe before he does that, he can swing the rook over to the king side, depending on where you want to place it. And play could become interesting. So it was clear that Tycho with the white pieces wanted to attack in this game. However, his opponent took with the bishop instead, and after b takes c3, he decided not to go pawn grabbing with knight takes c3, but to play d5. Just play classically, challenge the center, and enjoy a better pawn structure. If you were to take, white would get some tempos for the element, like queen f3 maybe. And you have to do something about this knight. Maybe you give white, too much play, and he didn't want to defend. So he went with d5, which is a more solid approach, challenging the center, protecting the knight, and white is more or less forced to take on d6, and now black castled. So black has a very solid position. I mean, white will black will get this pawn and white will get this pawn, so pawns will be equal, but black has a very solid position. White took on f4, and now knight takes d6, so material is equal, but white does have the bishop pair, so naturally he wants to keep that, bishop d3. But now through tactics, black manages to liquidate the bishop pair with bishop f5, get rid of the light squared bishop. And I mean tactics because there is not bishop takes d6, because bishop takes d3 comes with check. So black is able to do this. Now it takes on d3. And play should be around equal here. White needs to address the situation with the king, but if he does that, I mean, he has an open position and he can put some pressure on the f file, stuff like that. And here black decides to go for the e4 square. He plays f5, wants to put a knight here, but white is not having any of that just yet. g5, threatening a fork here on e6, winning material. Rook e8 by black, preventing that, and we have an exchange of rooks. Now black brings the final piece out, and again he uses tactics, knight d7. So we can't take this because the queen is going to come to g5 and take the knight. So everything under control by black. King d1. White sort of castles more on the queen side, so to say, manually. But we can still say the king is in the center. And that could be a problem. We'll see. Knight b6, queen g3, attacking this knight, and now knight d to c4. And after rook d1 we have knight d5, and this is a very solid strategy by black. He's blockading the white weak pawns with his knights, putting them on the light squares, which are weak because white doesn't have a light squared bishop. So solid play by black, who has taken over here. And now white retreated bishop to c1, and this turns out to be a bad move. And well, probably he wanted to cover some squares the knights can jump to, but this turns out to be bad because it takes away a square from the king. Why is that bad? Well, after black's next move, we'll see just why. Queen to c7. It turns out white can't capture on c7 because he will get mated. Kaka! Beautiful mate. Look at these knights. This is so evil. Covering everything and checking the king. And here we see why the white pieces are so bad. They're only contributing to locking in the king. So okay, we have to avoid this mate. So queen h3 was played. But this allows black to land a hammer blow. First he played h6, kicking the knight, and now where do we put the queen? Yeah, this is definitely a caca move. Black played caca. Queen takes h2, and yeah, the same applies. If you take, you get checkmated beautifully. So white must find a way to move the queen, but he doesn't have a great choice. He played queen d3. I'll mention one funny line. Queen f3. And then we just keep going. Thank you. Come again. Just keep eating. And again you can't take because of the mate. So okay, queen d3 was probably worth a shot. So that's what Dijkhuis played. And now Tokranovs checked on h5. You must interpose with the rook because still we have these deadly pins here. Well, it's actually checkmate, so rook e2 is forced. And now another nice move by black. How do you crown this beautiful queen sacrifice? Black played knight d to e3. Very important that it's this knight, because we need this check here to win the queen. And let's see. White can't really run with the king because we have queen h1 and this just mates. So white took on e3 with the bishop, and that allows knight b2 check, winning the queen. And white only has two pieces for it. After rook e8, knight f4. Black actually resigned after queen g4. And well, the situation is bad enough in terms of material, but also if you play a move such as blank move like a4, we see that black is threatening already to seal it off, seal the game off completely with rook takes e3. If rook takes e3, queen takes f4, and if king takes e3, we just give a little check here, and the white king can't cover the knight, so everything is dropping off. A very nice game by the young Latvian player, and I enjoyed that one, especially the mate in the middle of the board with the knights. It's quite a rare occurrence. So yeah, I think it was a worthy game, don't you think? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.